Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Arbuckle. Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to share with you guys some tips and tricks on Call of Duty World War II. This video specifically, we're going to be talking about the minimap and some ways that you can utilize it to help yourself get more kills, get more wins, and overall just help you become a much better player. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So the first tip that I have for you is to pay attention to where your teammates are on the minimap. You don't always necessarily need a recon aircraft to know where the enemy is spawning and which direction they're coming from. So many people will completely ignore the minimap unless there's a UAV, and that's the wrong way to go about it. By paying attention to where your teammates are and where you are compared to your teammates, you'll easily be able to tell where the enemy is spawning, which direction they're coming from, and if you pay attention to where your little green triangles are looking, especially when there's gunfire around, when you can hear bullets flying, it'll really help you determine which direction the enemy is coming from. So many people will just aimlessly run around, not paying attention, not even realizing that they're in the enemy spawn, and they'll get killed and get really mad that the spawns flipped or something crazy happened, that an enemy got behind them. So pay attention to where your teammates are, and it'll really help you out. It's almost like having an unlimited UAV. The second tip that I have for you is don't stare at the minimap too much during a recon aircraft, and the same goes for when there's not a recon aircraft. Even though I just told you guys to pay attention to the minimap, I don't mean to stare at it 24/7, because a lot of times the minimap can get us killed, especially when we have recon aircrafts in the air. I've noticed this a lot with myself and a lot of other players, is when there's a recon aircraft up, obviously the little wave will go by and show where they're at, and people will stare at that and wait for it to move again, and while they're staring at it, that player is actually moving closer to them and will take them out while they're looking at the minimap. So you don't want to get stuck in that situation. That happens to people all the time. So don't stare at the minimap too much. If you have an idea of where they're going to be at, start to sound horror, start to aim around corners, be very, very cautious, but don't catch yourself staring at that minimap too much, or someone's going to come around the corner without you paying attention and take you out. So the second tip, again, don't stare at the minimap too much during recon aircraft or just in general. The final tip that I have for you is to use the minimap for objective play, especially game modes like Domination, where you're able to see when someone is going to be taking the flag. Pay attention to where your teammates are as well. A lot of people get really angry in Domination, especially when playing with randoms, that the spawns are flipping, no one's paying attention, no one knows what flag the teammates are going for. By using that minimap in core, where it's there all the time, you'll be able to tell where your teammates are spawning, and it'll make it a lot easier, going back to the first tip, to figure out where the enemy is going to be spawning. So if everyone on your team is spawning on C, it's going to be super obvious that the other team's spawning on A. And this will really help you out again when noticing. I feel like this is very obvious, but again, noticing when someone's taking a flag, especially B flag. But guys, use the minimap for objective game modes. It'll help a lot. And again, going back to the first tip, it'll help a ton when it comes to determining where the enemies are spawning and which direction they're coming from. But anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you guys did enjoy these minimap tips on Call of Duty World War II. If you guys have any more tips or comments to add, make sure to leave them down in the comment section below. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next video. Can we be friends?